What happens in Mass Effect 3 if Mordin died during the final mission in ME2? We'll be exploring how this impacts the main quest line, as well as the views and personality of Mordin's replacement character, Padok Wiks. Keep watching to see it all. What's up, everyone? Big Dan here. Before we begin, I have a bunch of different Mass Effect Trilogy guides and lore videos on my channel, so if you're interested in seeing more, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's dive right in. When Mass Effect 2 squadmates bite the dust during the suicide mission, they are often replaced by other minor characters in ME3, or sometimes they aren't replaced at all. However, Mordin plays a major role in the main story of Mass Effect 3, so his death leaves a void that the writers at Bioware needed to fill. With Mordin dead, another STG scientist, Padok Wiks, steps up to the plate to develop a cure for the Genophage. We first meet him on Surkesh when Shepard and Wrex arrive to recover the Krogan females. Wiks will also be a part of this mission if Mordin is alive, but we only get to speak with him briefly before Mordin runs the show for the remainder of the mission. As far as replacement characters go, Padok Wiks is the best one in Mass Effect 3. His character is far more developed than others like Urdnot Dag and General Corinthus. Bioware clearly spent more time crafting his views, personality, and dialogue, which makes sense given his central role in the main story during the early game. After Priority Surkesh, Padok Wiks and Eve will join us aboard the Normandy. We can speak with Padok and learn about his friendship with Mordin.
I knew an STG scientist named Mordin Solus. Have you heard of him?
Indeed. I once punched him in the face.
You what?
He was still an STG at the time. I postulated there was more to evolution than just random mutation. Mordin disagreed. We argued, we drank, then argued some more. Soon enough, a good fracas seemed the best way to settle things.
Who won?
He got a black eye. I broke a few fingers. We called it even and went back to drinking.
So the two of you were friends?
Some weeks, yes. Some weeks we didn't speak to each other. There were tremendous stresses for those involved in Genophage research. My side of it was all theoretical. His side, well, he went to Tuchanka. He saw its effects up close. He was never the same after that. I now understand.
Sorry to say, Mordin died.
I know. STG is aware of your mission through the Omega-4 relay. For Mordin's sake, I hope he finally found the grace he deserved.
Padok is motivated to cure the Genophage and is infuriated by Salarian exceptionalism. He feels that the Salarians spent too much time playing God, trying to uplift or hold back other species based on their own flawed views of who they deemed worthy of support.
So you'll put your own life on the line for the Krogan?
For the larger principle, yes. I've spent my career planning which species deserve uplift and which do not. But no one ever asked if we had earned the right to make those plans. We are not the originator.
Who do you think decides what the plan is?
The question of the hour. The very reason religions are invented. Unfortunately, at this hour, the answer seems to be the Reapers. But even they evolved for some purpose, and by some design.
Wiks also has some strange interest in Krogan, reproduction, which leads to some funny interactions.
I'm hoping it will inspire a resurgence in Krogan sex. I've always wondered how they mated.
Not what I meant.
No, but you were probably thinking it. And now's our chance. In the interest of science, how do Krogan mate?
Very clumsily.
And there we have it. Could be worth writing a paper someday. Now, as to your question. We can extract the DNA that renders immunity from her tissue to produce a viable mutagen. In turn, this mutagen will alter the gland function across the whole Krogan species. Large and presumably irritable infants will soon follow.
Anyone ever tell you you're a bit odd?
It's the odd ones, the mutations, who move life forward.
During Priority Tuchanka, Padok Wiks will behave in the exact same manner as Mordin. He will join you during the mission to help deliver the cure to the Shroud facility. If you choose to help cure the Genophage, he will sacrifice his life to ensure its success. If you decide to sabotage the cure, you will need to shoot him, unless Eve and Wrex are both dead, in which case he can be convinced to go along with the sabotage with a speech check. For this video, I decided to go ahead with the cure.
Go on. Save the cure.
Thank you, Commander. Somewhere, deep in the fabric of reality, our actions are recorded and remembered.
Yours will be remembered for eternity.
You're now within acceptable range. Dispersal commencing.
For eternity.
Afterwards, Wrex will speak positively about Padok's sacrifice at the Shroud.
Too bad about Padok Wiks, though.
There aren't many people willing to die for another species.
I wish I'd had a chance to tell him I was wrong about Solarians. At least one of them.
After the mission, there isn't much unique dialogue related to either Mordin or Padok Wiks, except for this one line from Joker.
I'm sorry about, not Mordin.
His name was Padok.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Every other character I spoke to only commented broadly on curing the Genophage and the coming Krogan resurgence.
I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka.
The Genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Wrex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check? Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire?
The only characters on the ship who knew Mordin were GARRUS, Joker, and Edie, so I was hoping for something more from one of them. But alas, there wasn't anything I discovered. I have mixed feelings about curing the Genophage without Mordin. On the one hand, it kind of undermines the whole had to be me sentiment and makes the Genophage cure feel somewhat unearned. Compare this with achieving peace between the Geth and Quarians, which takes into consideration decisions you made in Mass Effect 2 and 3. But with the Genophage cure, there is literally no way to fail. You can always cure the Genophage, regardless of your prior choices. On the other hand, there are a number of talented Solarian scientists, and it's not a complete stretch of the imagination to think another could help develop a cure, given the right resources and motivation. In this case, Wiks clearly fits the bill. In any case, as interesting as Padok Wiks is, I still prefer to keep Mordin alive for Mass Effect 3, and he's still one of my favorite characters in the entire trilogy. So there you have it. What happens in Mass Effect 3 if Mordin perished during the suicide mission in ME2? If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Mass Effect and RPG videos. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.